Hello, hello, and welcome to another broadcast.gg scrim night. We are going to be seeing a scrim tonight between Buffalo Beat Boop and the Gold Team, and I am, of course, joined by my lovely and charming casters, LegdayGaming and Kenobi. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, thank you. It's really late at night, but I'm ready to do some fantastic scrimming.
Excellent. What time is it for you?
20 to 2 in the morning.
20 to 2 in the morning, so we are going late night for leg day. How about you, Kenobi? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's not as late for me, but I'm happy to be here nonetheless.
Absolutely. I'm in the same boat as you, man. So let's lead right into the two teams here. We have Buffalo Beat Boop and the Gold Team. Let's talk a little bit about those teams first. What do you think we're going to see from these guys?
Do you want to take Buffalo, Kenobi?
Yeah, I'll take some. Let's go. Let's head down to Buffalo right now, or up for me rather, since I live in Connecticut. But here we have Buffalo Beat Boops, the wonderful team. They seem to be captained by drygrasses, a mercy player, and a support main. We then have tsarfish, another support player. They mainly play Zen. Moving on to Atomic Spoon, the flex player who likes to use and abuse that Junkrat, man. He's a problem sometimes. After that, we have Minecraftkid on the tank roles. Loves to play that Winston. Loves to do the zappy zaps. Javelin, another support player. I believe this is a substitution because they are missing someone, but they are going to play Zen and also maybe switch on to some DPSs if things get a little bit out of hand. And rounding everything out, we have Alchemist on the DPS who likes to play Sombra, who did have some changes recently. Their team average SR is about 2.8k, so they're around that mid plat, high plat kind of SR. They've been together since last September, but Drygrasses and Minecraftkid are new additions who only started playing with the team a month or so ago. So look out to see how well they gel. Their favorite composition, they like to run a lot of Orisa because she is really good in this meta. That shield and the supercharger as well as the pull can combo really well into things like Roadhog or other tanks. They very frequently have a Junkrat, which kind of you need to in this meta. He's a very important, very high damage dealing character. Alchemist runs a lot of Sombra. However, Sombra did see those changes that I talked about earlier, and with the health pack nerf, and she can't farm all charge from health packs anymore, so we might not see her that much, but they might want to try it out and see what it looks like. Their favorite map is Hybrid. They especially like Eichenwald, and they think that their performance on Eichenwald is usually pretty good, but it can be a coin flip depending on how they're playing. They do not like assault maps at all. They do okay on Hanamura, they say, but they usually, as a general rule, just hate that.
All right. And leg day, what do you think we are going to be seeing from the Gold Team tonight, our meme squad, so to speak?
I think from Gold Team we're just going to be seeing a lot of fun. These guys appear to be just a couple of tricksters and pranksters coming in with a Hanzo main, interestingly. Anulbrigadier, his main hero, is said to be Hanzo, and he's described as a hustler and avid magnet collector, which is great for any Hanzo main, to be honest. Though they said that their favorite comp is gold composition, but here they're listed as liking to run pretty much 2-2-2 in terms of their favorite heroes, so the comp may not be as gold as we come to expect. They describe how long they've been together as 5 months, period. 5 long months. So I imagine that was a fun experience for all involved. And apparently their most and least favorite game mode is 2CP. So we'll see how that goes. But it looks like we're going to be heading into our first map. It's going to be Lijiangtao, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what we're going to expect here. I mean, based on what you've said about Gold Team, I'm not sure what they're going to run, if they're going to actually play like an actual comp or if they're going to run some Hanzo or something. We're not really sure.
Yeah, who knows what they may be bringing out, but it does look like Costdubloon may come out on this Reinhardt, which is a really strange pick for the garden stage that we're going to be on. He may well find himself turned into koi food if faced up against a Farah from the side of the Buffalo Beat Boops, who from here on in I'll probably be referring to as Buffalo or Triple B, because that's a lot of syllables to say mid-fight.
Yeah, I think Buffalo is what I'm going to go with. The Buffalo beep boops. We're gonna mess that up if we say that all the time. It's not gonna be pretty. But it looks like here, it looks like Gold Team is actually going to maybe bust out the Pharah of their own, and we see that from Atomic Spoon as well. So as you're saying, Reinhardt might not be the best pick here.
Yeah, on the rollout here, this is Atomic Spoon's fight for the taking. Santa, BigMoist, and Mago, none of them will be able to bring themselves out of the pit if they are booped down by that Concussive Blast on the rollout, which Pharah is so famous for on this particular stage. Meanwhile, Javelin's going to be coming out on that Reaper, which I don't know if he's aware of what he's going up against, but he's already counterpicked this composition from Gold Team pretty hard.
Yeah, and it looks like here we're going to see the battles of the pharmacies here, and that's going to be something I'm going to be looking at, is who can hit the most direct rockets against each other. If Atomic Spoon or if Anul can take out one another, that's probably going to be the turning point in the fight for me.
And Atomic Spoon at the moment, focusing on the ground wall, deciding not to go for that Pharah duel just yet, but Anulbrigadier is looking skywards, and he wants to try and land those rockets, but no, he's going to catch one himself. Atomic Spoon now with the advantage, but both Pharahs have eaten a rocket, they've recalled their mercies to their sides, now it's going to be an angelic battle around the skies as the fight devolves on a point. Javelin's already picked up Costdubloon. That Reaper coming in the clutch here for the side of Buffalo. Now he's going to be chasing down all of these meaty targets with those Hellfire shotguns, and he's already got himself almost a Death Blossom. But in from the top, it's going to be Anul with the Justice raining from above. Doesn't collect any kills for now. Javelin's ready to let out the Death Blossom should it be required. But Avalon, he's under some duress for some tanks. He's going to have to make sure that he can get the meat shots in with these Hellfire shotguns.
Yeah, and it looks like he's doing a really good job of getting on the meaty targets and just getting all the AoE damage he can. He already has that Death Blossom, as you say, just holding it. He doesn't even need it now. He's just doing so much damage with his own Hellfire shotguns. He doesn't even need to do the Death Blossom yet, and he's just getting so much value out of this Reaper pick right now.
I can't ever feel that Javelin should have used the Death Blossom by now, but I think he would have earned another one for the amount of damage he's putting into these tanks. But crucially, the Mercy's still alive. Drygrass is still here, pocketing Javelin and making sure that he's nice and safe. And he's going to be, once again, backed up with a sand barrier. That's now 2 sand barriers in one fight for tsarfish. Incredibly impressive from the Lucio player, but there's still no flip on the point. Minecraftkid coming in with the Primal Rangers going to be batting everyone away, giving everyone a little bit of Simian Fists of Fury to their faces. But will it be enough to finally win out this fight? There's just the one player for Gold Team left. Now, Anulbrigadier is going to fall.
Yeah, and it looks like Team Buffalo is going to take this point, and that was a really interesting fight. I mean, it lasted for about a good 5 minutes. We had 2 Lucio ults already, and Team Buffalo finally does end up getting the point. It's weird because Atomic Spoon this whole time hasn't been playing Pharah very well. He switched back to the McCree and gets killed right here. And, oh man,
deadly.
Anul with the 5k barrage. Oh my gosh.
Buffalo may well have been feeling good about winning out the first fight, but BigMoist was coming in with a massive Graviton Surge. He made sure that he could outplay Alchemist there, making sure that Alchemist didn't have the defense matrix where it was needed to absorb that Graviton Surge. And that meant that it was all smooth sailing in the skies here for Anul, who could lay down all of that damage from the Justice and pick up 5 kills.
And it looks like Anul Anul and his Mercy are taking over this game so far. Team Buffalo doesn't really have anything now to counteract it. It's just the Junkrat and the Reaper, which isn't going to do too much against a Pharmacy. I mean, how are you going to get the damage on her?
Indeed, Javelin and Alchemist can look skywards, but it's going to be incredibly difficult for them to deal with this Pharah because the spread on the shotguns is just too much. It's too intense to get any meaningful damage. However, here comes another sand barrier from tsarfish a little bit early there, and that's going to mean that Minecraft has to go straight in, but he's going to be greeted with the high noon straight out of Santa. There was a Justice, or a barrage thereof, raining from above, but Anul was punished for his hubris for weather report came in and bit him on the bottom. But now, around the back of the point, it will be Buffalo trying their best to make a case for themselves here. It's going to be Atomic, who's being targeted by his Mercy. Drygrasses here, but Drygrass is now being isolated, having to Guardian her Angel her way through that Winston shield and keep herself protected, but can the Winston stay here for long enough? He's going to be going up against Santa, but he may well be delivering him some presents in the form of a beautiful Earth Shatter coming in from Costdubloon.
Yeah, and that was the Fatty Shaddy, and Atomic Spoon is just trying his very best to try and get the Mercy, get any damage he can, but the rest of his team is dead, and it looks like it's all going to be for naught. Javelin, the only one left with his Death Blossom, and he's just going to try and retreat the best he can, see if he can live. But it doesn't look like it, as Anul gets another kill, and Team Buffalo looks like they're gonna have to reset.
And the biggest combo is still on the board here with 5% left for the gold team to claim the first round here. BigMoist ready to lay down the Graviton Surge should it be required. Out it goes. 3 people in. Will there be the follow-up? Here it comes from the side of Anul and Costdubloon, cleaving their way into that. And Javelin's going to try for a last-second Death Blossom, but spinning not to win. I'm afraid he gets sent all the way back to spawn, as everyone's going to get sent over to the next stage with gold team claiming this one.
Yeah, I think you have to really question the picks coming out from Buffalo. I mean, Anul that whole game was just free to do whatever he wants, as we're going to see on the replay. Just this Pharah and this Mercy have been constantly picking up damage on Team Buffalo, and they can't really do anything about it. I mean, at some point you have to say, we need to switch to a hit scan. We need to get this Pharah and Mercy out of the air somehow.
Indeed, we need to get them out of the air, and I don't think Atomic Spoon and Javelin on these 2 DPS will be the answer. However, it will be Anul abandoning the Rocket Queen and instead taking up his signature hero. He's going to be taking up the mantle of Legolas cosplayer, or Hanzo as he's locally known.
Yeah, and it's nice to see some Hanzo, especially if we don't see him that much anywhere. But some good Hanzos are hard to find. I know from Gold Solo Queue, but maybe we'll see one here from Anul.
The Costdubloon's getting really aggressive here. He's going to lay down a whole lot of damage with that Fire Strike and with his Hammer Swings, but he needs to make sure that the rest of his team are protected, because they're getting flanked now by Alchemist, who's managed to set up a shield in their backline, and there's going to be a bastion of safety from which Buffalo can operate here. Alchemist is going to be laying down the fire once again onto BigMoist, who's got so much energy. They're going to be a priority target, but then there will be enough healing there from Sadow and Mago to try and keep him sustained. BigMoist potentially looking to go in on Atomic Spoon here, but the longer that Junkrat's out, the more energy can be farmed from him by the Desire.
Yeah, and that whole fight, no one really was getting on Atomic Spoon, and it looked like BigMoist was just happy enough to let him go and let himself get charge off of it, and Zari was ending up with a lot of charge right there, and I'm sure it was maybe worth it in the end, but maybe they need to keep tabs a little bit on Atomic Spoon, just a bit more, as he already is tired.
I'm not sure how much it may well have actually been worth it, because Buffalo are walking away with the first cap here and our gold team are on the back foot. They're looking to try and make a different entrance here. However, they thought they'd go in through the main door, but now they're going all the way around to the side looking to make a entrance. So they have already caught out Atomic Spoon. They may well be able to catch him out here unless they fall into a trap and eat a couple of concussive mines. But out comes the Riptide straight away, and it's going to be taken up by BigMoist.
Yeah, that was a big play from BigMoist getting that tire. That could have ended so poorly since they were all clamped up in that corner over there, but it looks like the fight's still pretty even. Costdubloon's coming back with his Earth Shatter in case the fight keeps going, but it looks like Atomic Spoon and Team Buffalo will keep hold of this fight for now.
Oh, Minecraftkid is mining for diamonds in the skulls of his enemies right now with those Simeon backhands. He managed to pop his Primal Rage and go into the midst of gold team. He wasn't taken out and he did buy a whole lot of time, but Atomic Spoon going a bit too far forward gets caught out by BigMoist, and now the rest of gold team can potentially make an entry here. But he needs to get in behind Costdubloon. Costdubloon's already low. He needs to get a little bit of healing from his supports here. He's already going to get pressured down. Tsarfish going in with a Coalesce. He's thirsty for the kills.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that Coalesce. I mean, it does do a lot of damage, but maybe you would like to save that for a future team fight, especially if things get a little bit spicy here. Team Gold has a lot of ults, and they're going to go in here with Costdubloon, who has the Shatter ready if ever he's needed.
Javelin from the top with the Death Blossom. He may well catch up. BigMoist here. Down comes the Graviton Surge, but it's only going to catch Javelin midway through his spin. And now Sadow's going to be the last one left on the point. Laying down the ceiling will be supporting Mago, who's managed to stay alive around the central pavilion with that wall riding ability, which makes it incredibly hard to hit. But with a 6 versus 1 scenario, I'm not sure how long Mago is actually going to be lasting. With 85% left on the board, he needs to get back to his team and speed them back into a point for a final contestation here from Gold Team.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be the last contestation. As you said, Atomic Spoon does have his tire ready, so he can stop it in his tracks whenever he wants. He's going to hit it now, and he's going to go from behind and see if he gets anyone. And he gets the Reinhardt. Costdubloon is gone, and that's a big thing they needed to keep on the field at this point, but it looks like they're not going to have it.
Indeed, Coalesces going either way from Buffalo and Gold Team, keeping both of those teams nice and healed up and the damage coming through. But BigMoist is isolated by Javelin and Minecraftkid, and that's going to be a free kill there for the side of Buffalo on their defensive side. Alchemist is going to pick up a bomb. An explosive performance there from the Anulbrigadier, but will it be enough to try and bring this back? Because in the back, it's going to be Tsarfish laying down this huge amount of damage, and they are going to win out against their counterpart in Sadow. Costdubloon's back in play, however. He will be swinging that hammer, trying to build himself up some ult charges. 75% at the moment is going to be faced with an exploding Diva mech.
Yeah, and this fight's still going, and it doesn't seem like it's giving on any other part, but it looks like Team Buffalo here has the better numbers, but Atomic Spoon does go down. BigMoist gets DMX Minecraftkid, but drygrasses in the back is doing the best Joey Jonak impression she can as she just tries to get any DPS she can on these big tanks.
Indeed, now there are only 2 members of Gold Team left. Overtime still in favor of a Buffalo. Beat Boops here. Down comes the soundbite from Gold Team. A last-second attempt, last-ditch efforts here from the Lucio to keep his team here and in the fight. But he's 1 versus 7, and Costdubloon lays down the shadow, but straight into the shield of Alchemist, showing that little blue barrier who's boss. But it won't be enough to bring down the rest of Buffalo.
Yeah, and Mago's still just trying his best to delay being on that Lucio and speeding across the point, but Javelin does get him, and it looks like that's going to be what they need to secure the point. 100-0 in favor of Team Buffalo.
Indeed, Buffalo was stymied on the garden. However, they've brought it back now on the control center. And Nightmark is sort of a mix of the two. You've got the narrow corridors you can play around, but also you have this entire open back area where you can play that Pharaoh if you decide that that's going to be your best chance. And I think that is the best chance here of Gold Team.
And it seems like Javelin is very comfortable on this Reaper. He's been doing a lot of good things so far. He's been, you know, getting rid of Costdubloon and BigMoist, but I'm not sure if keeping Javelin on this Reaper is such a good idea in this map.
3, 2, 1.
Well, the point is a very tight area where there's very little cover to get away from a Reaper if you are face down with him. They're just going to make sure they can escort him safely into this area. However, coming out from the side of Gold Team, Anul will be on the Sombra, which is incredibly... that's a unique approach. I haven't really seen that here on this side before. Alchemist is setting up with his shield, and the rest of Buffalo will be safe to sort of play around behind that and make sure that any entry made by Gold Team is going to be paid for in blood, and Cost is going to be the first donation.
Yeah, especially the Sombra is weird because especially we haven't seen her at all, and with this new patch where she doesn't farm ult from health packs anymore, she's not going to be getting that EMP, and an EMP in this little tight setting, you can get everyone who's on the point and swing the fight that way, but if she's not going to have it for that much time, it's an interesting pick, I agree.
Indeed, Anul coming out with a quick swap here, realizing the Sombra isn't going to be the fruit that will bear him the labor of flipping over this point. He's gone over to the Tracer, which is going to be able to lay down a huge amount of damage onto those big targets like the Diva and like Alchemist on that Orisa. And of course, Minecraftkid still doesn't have his mech, so now is the time for Gold Team to strike. They need to strike while the iron is hot, and they need to catch out Javelin in the back.
Yeah, drygrasses is trying his best to get Minecraftkid back into his mech, but he eventually goes down to Anulbrigadier and does get rezzed, but unfortunately it's not enough, and it looks like Team Gold is going to take this point over.
Indeed, Costdubloon there swinging for the fences, and he's certainly hit a home run. He managed to get a rather cheesy pin, if I do say so myself. He was sucked back by Alchemist's grab, and it made sure that he could adjust his course and take out tsarfish against a wall. I'm sure the Lucio was not too happy with that particular halt from Alchemist.
Well, the best Rhine charges are the ones you don't even aim for, my friend, I think.
Or Santa there taking a little bit of a delivery from Alchemist, but he's going to manage to get out with his life, and he's going to be peeking around here trying to lay down some poke damage onto the Orisa, who's popped her Fortify already, and that'll mean that she may well be a big target for Anul coming round the back, and he's going to be faced up with Atomic Spoon, however, and he's going to win out the duel. That's a great start here for Gold Team, and Mago winning out the poop duel against Alchemist means that it may well be a full reset here from the Buffalo side.
Yeah, you have to really question going around to the right against a Lucio like that. I mean, you're just so vulnerable to a boop like that, especially if you don't have Fortify anymore. And just boops Alchemist right off the map, and that's a reset. And they're just going to keep farming that percentage.
Oh, they're going to keep farming ultimates as well. Look at what Gold Team has built up for themselves. A well-stocked ultimate pantry right here. Almost 6 on the board, and BigMoist only 6% from his own Graviton. In comes the Riptide from Atomic Spoon, however, and that's the opening they wanted. They took out Mago, but they're greeted with an Earth Shatter. Across the blue, his charge gets blocked. Alchemist managed to bring out the Fortify.
Yeah, and it looks like Santa here in the backline is just going to do the best he can. He does get the Junkrat, but there's a huge Graviton from BigMoist, and it looks like it's comboed with the Tracer Bomb, gets both the DPS, and it looks like this might be what they needed to win this fight, but it's only Mago left on the point.
Indeed, Mago's going to run for his life, or rather escape for his life. He's going to be making a quick exit here, and Costdubloon's there to escort him out with that big friendly shield. Alchemist is left with very low health, however, so he's going to be waiting for the supports to come and farm their ultimates off of him again. Drygrasses still has that Valkyrie in play, which they'll be needing to use in the next fight. Out it comes. but Mago has already laid down the sound barrier for the side of Gold Team.
Yeah, and you don't have that instant res anymore off of the Valkyrie, so she's just gonna... Drygrass is just gonna do her best to heal up her teammate with the beams, but it's not... You can't heal up a charge like that. Javelin goes right into the wall, dead immediately.
Indeed, and down went Minecraftkid as well to the Earth Shadow, but the healing was there from the side of Buffalo to make sure the mech was not lost in the end. And now Sadow trying to bring out the Coalescence, instantly detonated by Atomic Spoon, and now the rest of Buffalo are cleaning this up. They've overtaken the percentage of Gold Team as well, and now Gold Team may well not have enough time to come back in.
Yeah, especially if you stagger Mago like that, and also Anul is just on the point, and if he dies, it's really bad. They are tied. Buffalo is taking the point right now, and they have 99. The tire comes out, and it might not be enough for them, enough for Team Gold to get this point back.
Indeed, Sadow's made an entrance here, but the greeter is going to be Minecraftkid with a whole bunch of micro rockets, and there's also going to be a self-destruct, little celebratory firework there from the Diva and all of Buffalo Beat Boops as they claim the first map here on Lijiang Tower.
And that was some great play after the first game by Buffalo Beat Boops to adjust to what they were dealing with. You know, we saw the Hanzo from Anul, and we saw a bunch of things from him, but Beat Boops just kept their head in the game, tried their best to keep doing what they do, and kept on the Reaper. Even though I questioned it, it seemed to work out fine. So it looks like they had a really good game after that, losing that first map pretty hard.
Yeah, their engagement when they finally managed to take the point was just so quick, because tsarfish managed to hit that speed boost at the exact right time for all of his team to get in on the point and for them to lay down the supercharger courtesy of Alchemist. And it was in a position where, because they'd speed boosted, it was really hard for Gold Team to try and take that out, and that meant a huge amount of damage was coming out of Buffalo Beat Boops for an extended amount of time.
Yeah, I think also what you have to look at now is I want to focus on Anulbrigadier, because like is he gonna pick something that he wants to play and just keep playing with that? Because in the first map when he had the Pharah, he was just completely dominating Team Buffalo BB, and he switched off to like a Hanzo and some other things, and I'm wondering if he had just stayed on the Pharah, since Buffalo BB clearly wasn't ready to change or anything to stop it. He could have just kept staying on Pharah, and they probably wouldn't have had anything. They probably would have had to switch, and it might have just not been what they wanted. They might not have been comfortable switching, it seemed like.
Yeah, maybe the Buffalo prefer to play what they like to play instead of countering what the other team is bringing to them, and that may well come back to bite them.
Yeah, Overwatch
looks
is
like
a game where I believe countering is pretty important. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if playing what you're good at. Maybe if you even just if you play McCree and then farm your ulti until you get high noon, is that more worth it than just playing what you're comfortable at if you can kill the pharmacy at least once, guaranteed?
Yeah, I tend to find Overwatch is a game where there are no set rules as to what the best option would be. The thing is, a pharmacy can be so oppressive that it can force you into a countering playstyle, even if it's not what you're most comfortable. Although often teams will be best served by playing what their particular players are best suited to.
Yeah, that is true. And like I was saying, Javelin did prove me wrong. He seemed to do a lot of good work on that Reaper, even though it wasn't something that we see too much of. And it seems like that is like we said in the beginning, that is one of his comfort picks.
Now we're going to be heading into our next map. It's the American Outback. It's Route 66. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Grab a bacon and bacon burger and fill up on gas. Get ready for a bumpy ride.
Don't have the coffee, though. No coffee.
Taste of boiled dirt. Well, so I'm told. But it will be Gold Team once again on the attack first in red. Buffalo Beat Boop going to be looking to present a stalwart defense on top of Big L's, or maybe somewhere else, depending on where they decide to set up here. But given that Minecraftkid has picked Fiorissa, I would expect this to be a Big L's defense. Alchemist has gone on a Sombra there, which is very good.
Yeah, that is pretty good. You can deny that big health pack in the gas station, as well as some of the other tinier ones, like around the points, and also the big one in the little alcove there. But it's weird that we're not going to see anything to sit behind the Orisa or the Rhine. Usually sometimes we'll see like a soldier or like some other, or maybe like even a Bastion sometimes if we're getting really crazy. But it just looks like they're gonna be happy with Minecraftkid shooting from the top of Big Earls by themselves.
See, I do like the Sombra here, but I don't agree with it given the comp they're currently running. Because usually you run a Sombra here because you want to hack the 2 big health banks, but then you try and play it with mobile heroes who can get to the health banks by themselves, so they've all got a bit of self-sustain. But here, because drygrasses and tsarfish are on these 2 high HPS main healer heroes, there isn't going to be too much healing for Alchemist to do, and it's going to be really hard for both Atomic Spoon and Minecraftkid to get to those packs.
Yeah, I guess they're just trying to really play the denial of health packs game, as Alchemist does go behind, gets a little bit of hacking going on, will probably just E away.
Yeah, once again, Sadow is going to be coming out on this Farah, laying down some heavy ordnance fire into that shield, catching up Javelin here. Javelin and Tsarfish going to be taking a little bit of extra damage courtesy of those rockets, but they're not deterred. Javelin's going to be holding strong in this cave until he's forced out here, making his way now towards a cart, ready to challenge out these tanks with the Hellfire shotguns.
Yeah, and it looks like Santa's going to start getting a lot of damage onto the tanks and start to try and break their line as best as he can. And it looks like he's doing a good job so far. He's already gotten one of their healers, I believe.
Indeed, drygrasses fell. She was rolled and smoked by Santa, who's now been taken out of the air by Minecraftkid. An impressive feat for the Arissa. It went down to the main tank to take out the Farah due to a lack of long-range DPS from the side of Gold Team, but now they're all collapsing on the point, and Sadow may well be caught out. A couple of health points left. The Minecraftkid's going to finish that one out. Atomic Spoon going for a deep charge. He managed to pick up Costdubloon, but the Sadow shield was there, and here comes the Coalescence to pile on.
Yeah, and Sago there gets killed by or Mago there gets killed, and that's an unfortunate death because there's no Moira to counteract the Coalesce. But it looks like Team Gold is going, or Team Buffalo is going to be able to keep this point and stop the push, which it didn't look good for them in the beginning.
Indeed, and they only needed to commit a single ultimate there for that fight, which is incredibly economical from the Buffalo Beat Boops. Only Tsarfish's Coalescence was used. That means Drygrass is going to have her ultimate. The Valkyrie will be in play, and Atomic Spoon and Minecraftkid both ready to lay down their own. EMP also on the field should be required, but Javelin's going to be the first to fall. And here comes the barrage, courtesy of Santa and Drygrasses. Didn't check the weather report, neither did Minecraftkid. You should check the weather channel, kids. So that's going to be a quick wipe here in favor of Gold Team.
Yeah, and that's what you gotta really worry about that Ferris sometimes. And we talked about it before, is how much do you value comfort over counterpicking, really? Because they don't have much to deal with the Fair at this point, except for Javelin. I mean, if the Fair goes to the ground, then all bets are off, obviously. But while she's in the air and while she's being pocketed, it's pretty hard to get her.
Yeah, Santa's there with a Junkrat cosplay, just playing the explosive lady on the ground for Rocket Queen, being having her wings clipped, courtesy of Javelin. Now Javelin can try and make an engagement here with the Death Blossom. He's going hard on Costdubloon, trying to push him out, and the doors are going to close in front of him. That's going to mean now the Gold Team are going to be forced to funnel through these tiny archways. Costdubloon's going to be caught out on his own, but quickly charging his way out. Santa is in, trying her best to make something happen here, but there's not going to be enough damage for her against these main healers to get any kills. Atomic Spoon's going to fall to his counterpart of Costdubloon, however.
Yeah, and you see Alchemist this whole time is just trying to shoot the Farah out of the sky, or Hacker, and not getting too much value done any other way, as Anulbrigadier just takes the Genji and starts slicing and dicing his opponents.
Not ideal there for Tsarfish.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be another just full push for Team Gold. Again, I'm not sure. It looks like Alchemist is finally going to switch over to the Soldier, which is something that I'm happy to see, because Santa is really giving them a problem on this Pharaoh.
Tsarfish there was taken down the second that he popped his ultimate. Oh, and incoming from the top, Santa with the presence, especially for Atomic Spoon, who managed to pick up a huge amount of that explosive damage. Quickly sent back to respawn, trying for a res there as Drygrasses. It was a brave attempt, but ultimately foolish. And that's going to be Drygrasses also heading back to spawn.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that res. That was pretty in the face of danger right there. It was bold, as you say, but it ended up being not that great of a move.
Javelin's so brave. He needs to wait for his Reinhardt to get back and play behind the shield. He keeps getting caught out, and now Alchemist is going to be coming forward with the Sword of 76. They finally decided they need to bring something out to try and deal with Santa and the Sky here, and Santa's already forced to retreat. Look all the cleave that Minecraftkid is getting, though. Managing to put down so much damage here, and in the back, it's going to be a huge Graviton, and the Earth Shatter, and the Blade as well. Much delivered from the side of Gold Team. They were hungry for that team fight win from Russia with love, claims BigMoist. And they're going to want to return that gift.
Yeah, that was an absolutely huge grab and Earth Shatter combo, getting the 3K from Costdubloon there. Probably most of the Zarya's work. Probably most of the Zarya's work there, but he'll take it any way he can.
Three killing blows with Earth Shadow. That's not great value out of that ultimate. But that's going to be an early charge there from Atomic Spoon, who managed to pick up Mago. And now the Justice is coming in again. Santa laying down the DPS. Tsarfish and Javelin, they're both going to fall to that, courtesy of the Pharaoh ultimates. But it is going to be drygrasses managing to pick out Santa. The anti-air dude, he finally fell to the Mercy with that Valkyrie active. But now both Valkyries are in session. Sadow's going to slowly float down. Atomic Spoon's getting surrounded on all sides. And Anulbrigadier is trying his best to lay in some shurikens here and build up to another ultimate. He's almost got it, 96%, but here comes the sights.
Santa gets killed by the attack visor, which is really good. I mean, that was one of the problems they've had this whole time, and they finally managed to get it, and it looks like they'll be able to hold off for now, recoup a little bit, farm back some ults, but it looks like Costdubloon and Anulbrigadier also have their ults ready in case they need it.
Drygrasses there, getting a little bit of angry mercy vengeance for her team, and Costdubloon here is posturing up for an Earth Shadow, but Atomic Spoon also has the Shadow, and his shield's got a lot of health. Oh, straight into the Minecraftkid shield. Great play from the Winston there to save the team, but in the back line, it's all about Anulbrigadier. He's already taken down 2. He's slicing, and he's trying to make minestrone out of the Winston as well, but he manages to escape, and now he's going on to Sadow, but Sadow has the escape route going all over Santa, keeping that pharmacy combo in the air, but now it's all down to Mago on the card to try and keep BigMoist sustained, but no! Here comes the charge. Atomic Spoon flattening the Irish, turning her into a nasty paste.
Yeah, Atomic Spoon is trying his best, his absolute best to try and keep this point. He gets killed with a fire strike and gets killed with a charge, but Santa comes in with a huge barrage, and Tsarfish ends up killing her in the air, and it looks like they'll be able to hold again.
Indeed, looks like this corner is really slowing down Gold Team. They came in with a time bank of like 4 minutes or so, and already they've been drained so quickly down to 1 minute and 30 seconds. That time will quickly slip away when you don't keep track of it. And now Golden Spoon, or rather Costdubloon, I'm not sure how I read that as Golden Spoon, is going to be moving in, trying to convey his team through to the car in safety, but he's going to be met with Minecraftkid, this Primal Rage, who's got the option to push everyone back, and he's already going to be popping it. It's an angry monkey in their faces, but what will they do to deal with this?
Yeah, drygrasses had to pop Valkyrie because on the right, Santa was flanking with Fair, and that's going to be a huge ult that they don't have for this last push. The Sadow is still going to have their Valkyrie ready for them.
Javelin's going to be coming in from the back cover, potentially with a Death Blossom. He's got himself an angle, but it's going to be booped out, courtesy of Sansa with Concussive Blast there, saving his team. Because the Blue is going to lay everyone on their backs. The rest of Buffalo Beat Boop laid down, and that's going to be the end of that. The punctuation mark applied by Costdubloon, and it was definitely costly.
Yeah, and it looks like that was a huge shatter, got 3 people in it, and this might be it. Graviton is still up for BigMoist. He can zone people out whenever he wants, and it looks like he might just hold it until the right moment.
Javelin trying his best there, spinning to win, but it wasn't meant to be, and now BigMoist laying down the Graviton once again, and Santa's there to deliver with the weather report. No one checked it, and now Minecraftkid coming in on the Desperation Made, but it wasn't meant to be, and Gold Team are going to get the completion with 13 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and that right there is what ult economy means in Overwatch. They had so many ults for that last push. They had the Earth Shatter, they had the Fair ult, they have the grab. I don't even know if they used Valkyrie at the end there, but they had it if they were needed. And they just rolled over with a few combos, and it was all done from there.
Yeah, Gold Team are all about the ultimate combos right now. BigMoist playing that Zarya, hitting the big Gravitons. Maybe Buffalo Beat Boops need to be running a Diva or something, or maybe just changing their positioning so not so many of them are caught out in those Gravitons when it's time for Santa to lay down the barrage.
And it does look like they might be heeding your advice here, as they are gonna, Alchemist is going to switch over to the Diva, it looks like. And Anul is gonna be running the Sombra again, so how do you feel about it do you still feel the same way about this comp?
I believe the Sombra is better with dive tanks. I don't think that this is a great comp for Sombra, especially with Santa on the Pharah, because if Farah's going to play off those health packs, that means she's got to go into the caves or into the building, and that's not ideal. But Santa will have the dedicated healer in the Mercy with Sadow. This will mean that Mercy will be able to stay in the air 24/7. And it's just down to Mago and the health packs to sustain BigMoist and Costdubloon.
Yeah, what also it looked like they were gonna pick up the Soldier Buffalo, but it looks like they might be on the Doomfist. I'm not sure if that's actually gonna stick, and now it looks like they're actually gonna go to the Soldier, which is good. They'll have something to deal with the Pharah, who's been doing a lot of damage to them so far.
Not only the Soldier, but the Discord Orb coming out of Drygrass as well. A bit of an impressive performance almost in the on control center of Lijiang Tower. But Atomic Spoon now Having second thoughts, thinks it may need a little bit more burst damage, and that could be exactly what the doctor ordered, unless it was Santa's particular doctor, who will definitely be against sniper bullets too, for Farah.
Yeah, he's gonna maybe need some prescription for some meds after this Widow if they get some correct headshots. But we're gonna see now, we're gonna see Santa just trying to get a little poke damage.
Minecraftkid looking to set up on the car here, but he's a little bit slower than it. Got to see if that speed reduction while firing, and now he's going to be setting up behind his shield. Won't be able to push his car any further until the shield's reset. In comes for Hulk, but it's not going to pick anyone up. And now Alchemist and Javelin are going to be trying to push forward here and get a little bit of pressure onto Costdubloon's shield, who thinks he can sit pretty right now with Mago and BigMoist behind him.
And it looks like the plan for Team Buffalo here is to halt into the Widow headshot, which seems to be a pretty risky situation. I'm not sure if it'll work that great, as in it's really hard to hit a halt on a fair in the air.
Indeed, the Hulk was on the ground this time, picked up before, but there wasn't any follow-up there, and now Costdubloon feels free to go in and just start swinging onto these tanks here. He's going to be building up that Earth Shadow really quickly, already 61%, and Santa, look, he's already got the barrage. He's going to be looking for an early ultimate here to try and catch out some unsuspecting people. Alchemist, however, going to be the recipient of an Anubis, laying down a huge amount of Diva damage, but it's straight into the Reinhardt shield.
Yeah, and it looks like Santa's going to go after his nemesis of Alchemist right here. Right in her face, trying to get her dead, but he's only at 2 health, and well, looks like it's going to be a draw at this point with the poison and the rocket to the face.
Indeed, not exactly how you expect a Barrett to usually be taken out by a Widow, but no, that's a 3-man Earth Shadow coming in from Costdubloon. The exclamation mark on this sentence, laying down all of Buffalo's Tsar. Isn't going to be followed up on, however, may well escape this alive. The BigMoist is there to take out Minecraftkid at least, melting down the Omnic.
Javelin is trying really hard to flank and get something done, but he's just getting zoned out every time by the Moira and by Zarya's shooting orbs, and it's really hard for him to get anything done. He does almost have ult at 80%, and it can be a game changer, that death blossom.
Yeah, once again, it's going to be Costdubloon posturing up here against the team of Buffaloes. They try and come in for an attack, and they're just not laying down enough damage on this Reinhardt shield to sort of make Gold Team fall back. It's going to be Atomic Spoon out on a flank on his own, but he could well be exploited here. Sadow's gone for a little bit of a brave Valkyrie, or rather a brave Guardian Angel, and could be caught out here. Javelin was in the middle of Gold Team, but down goes the Supercharger. Everyone on the side of Buffalo is going to get 50% extra damage until that's destroyed, but it's not behind the shield, and it will be taken out by Evil Brigadier. Not ideal shield placement there from Minecraftkid.
Yeah, and tsarfish was the one who ended up getting the kill on the Pharaoh, which was huge, and that let them get this little push. But BigMoist does have his Graviton in case he wants to stop them and maybe combo it with Pharaoh ult. It looks like they might be holding it for that.
The Jaw Stream Javelin may well be coming in with the Death Blossom, but no, we can't find the targets, and Alchemist is going to try and strike back on Mago. But Santa is just going into the Transcendence with a barrage, and just not enough DPS to get through the Transcendence of Drygrasses. Huge value from Zenyatta ultimate there, excellent play. And now there's going to be a piling on of the Nano Visor. Atomic Spoon taken to the floor by Costdubloon, but will there be enough healing to sustain him?
And it looks like this fight is going to keep going on. It's Minecraftkid versus BigMoist on the cart right now. But Anul is going to come from behind and going to stop that point. And I have to say, that was an incredibly well-timed Zenyatta Transcendence. Canceling out 2 ultimates.
I think Drygrass has probably got about 3k healing there from that. Oh, that was such value.
Transcendence right there. But it didn't work out as well as they hoped. They pushed the cart a little bit, and it looks like they're going to try again to get this past the first point.
Indeed, it's going to be 1-1 Javelin coming in with the Death Blossom. He's been poking around, looking for an angle to lay it down upon the Gold Team, but Drygrass is going to be the first to fall. He won't have the orb to sustain him if he goes for that big spin to win. And Javelin's a bit nervous to make an engagement here. He's been looking for the angle, but he just can't find it.
Yeah, he's been trying the whole game to just try and get something done, and he's just been poking from afar, not really doing too much. But he's going to come in here with the Death Blossom, and it doesn't look like it got too much damage done. The Valkyrie's going to come out and try and cancel it out anyways.
Indeed, now Santa's going to be raining down rockets freely. May well be taken up by Alchemist here, but no. Turns around, finds some mini Diva. A little bit of a cheeky entry there from Alchemist, and eventually wasn't meant to be. Gold Team striking back.
Yeah, and here I kind of have to question the Reaper pick. I know it's a comfort pick, and they're not playing with, and Team Buffalo isn't playing with one of their DPS, but Reaper that game just really couldn't do anything. Javelin was trying his best to try and poke down the tanks, but he had nothing going for him at that point. And held on to Death Blossom, I think, for a very long time, and I'm not sure if it was I'm not sure if it was the greatest pick in this case.
Ooh, and a card monopoly as well for Gold Team there. Fantastic play from them.
Yeah,
What did you
Santa
think of that round, Dark?
That was seemed pretty one-sided to me. I'm hoping to see Buffalo Beep Boop show some of the fire they brought in that first round going into the third one here now that it's tied up. I did like the Reaper pick. He's one of my favorites, but I think I agree with you. It seemed like it wasn't working out in that scenario.
Yeah, maybe because they weren't running a Lucio, so it was really hard for Javelin to get in the face of anyone because everyone could move back at the same rate that he could move forward. So if you see the Reaper coming, you can get out of dodge.
Yeah, and
And that's
especially
sometimes the best idea.
I think he was also a little bit scared of Farah booping him off the map, because if you're going through that right side, there's nothing behind you except a wasteland, and if you fall, you're dead. And in the early game, he got booped once, but barely managed to survive, and I think that might have stopped him from going full-on attack mode, because he could have just gotten booped off, and then it would have all been for naught anyways.
Especially a little bit of nervous play there. It looks like we're moving on to an assault map next, as is tradition in the 5-map format. I believe the choices are either Horizon or Anubis if we're doing open division. It will actually be Hanamura. But yeah, open division is technically over in terms of the group stages, so now teams will be scrimming all the maps again.
That's true. That's true. We can do Hanamura.
It's been a long time since we've seen Hanamura. I think I haven't seen it too much in Overwatch League either.
Indeed, we're revisiting the Cherry Blossoms. We will be seeing Hanamura in Stage 2, however.
That is interesting. I like that there's gonna be new maps and new metas in Stage 2 of Overwatch League. But we're gonna be talking about these scrims right now, and
the Broadcast.gg Scrim League.
Yeah, that league. So what are your thoughts on Hanamura? Because we don't see it that much, and I like to. It's interesting how it's gonna be played with this non-mercy heavy meta.
Hanamura might be a worthwhile investment here for Anulbrigadier to bring out his signature Hanzo, because Hanzo attacking second point can be incredibly fruitful because you can get in through those windows where most people can't, and lay down a huge amount of range damage across the point. However, also looking at both these teams who like to run the slower tank compositions, they like their Orisa, they like their Reinhardt, and May here could absolutely scupper and scuttle any attack coming through the first point by warning off those tanks as they come through.
Yeah, and I think especially with the Hanzo, if you get some of those really good shots, some of those headshots or scatter arrows, you can definitely turn a fight instantly on its head.
Absolutely. Yeah, Hanzo's a very explosive hero, ironically, for having no explosives.
I don't know, dude. That arrow, that scatter arrow makes me explode inside when I'm hit by it.
Now, they said they're reworking Hanzo. Maybe we will get explosive arrows. I'm down.
Yeah, let's combine Junkrat and let's combine Hanzo into one.
Oh yeah, the most gold hero known to man. But it will be Buffalo Beep Boobs this time on the attack first. And Gold Team will be setting up their defense. It will be Costdubloon once again taking up the reins of that Reinhardt. He's been very effective on this area thus far, getting huge value out of those Earth Shatters. And he's been consistently winning out the duel against Atomic.
Yeah, Atomic's been a little bit iffy with this duel. I think that Anul is playing much better on some of the heroes that he's been playing. And I think Anul is going to be playing the Zarya here, which is interesting. Because it didn't, I'm not sure, did he have that in one of his confirmed heroes? One of the heroes he likes to play with?
No, I think it was just Hanzo.
Okay, yeah. So him not being on the Hanzo is weird.
There is a substitution here, though. ImNotSirius has come in lieu of their second DPS player, whose name has been lost on me. But this does mean that ImNotSirius coming in on the D.Va means they're going to be able to run a triple tank comp here, which is going to be incredibly difficult to just chew your way through. If you are Buffaloes, you're going to have to use all 4 of those stomachs to get through this.
Yeah, especially because you have the Moira, who's just going to be doing so much poke damage with her E-orbs, and it's just going to be... They do have the D.Va to counteract that though, but if they don't get it, that's going to be a lot of poke damage they're going to have to deal with.
Yeah, drygrasses, however, will have that Discord orb to lay down, and that may well make a couple of tanks who thought they had a bit of health not so reassuringly weighty in the health bar. And Anulbrigadier going to be looking for a little bit of early poke here, wants to try and carve his initials into Alchemist's mech to earn himself some ultimate charge. Atomic Spoon not really hitting that many grenades here thus far, only 50% of the way to result against such a heavily packed team. But ImNotSirius is eating up a lot of that spam, making sure that his team stays safe.
Buffalo looks like they're going to start trying to push them in as best they can. It's at this choke point, it's really hard for one team to get a little bit of an edge unless there's one pick. And it looks like the Coalesce is going to go down from tsarfish just to heal up his team. And they might win off this.
Going through this long sightline, that Coalescence can get so much value, but it's already out and in go Buffalo. And that's already going to be a big Graviton Surge coming down from the side of Anulbrigadier. It's not what we're usually used to. It's not the usual Zarya player, but it's just as effective. And now Atomic Spoon's going to be in the back on his own. Hopefully he won't use this ult here. He's going to be on the side. Have they found him? Okay, they found him now. He's going to be trying to make an escape, but no, he's caught. Cut down by Costdubloon with that big hammer.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a bad stagger there. It's going to cause Buffalo to reset, but Anul already had the grab, which was pretty huge, and ended up saving the point for them and saving the push. And it looks like Santa from behind is going to ult, get drygrasses.
A surprise barrage. No one expects the Fire Inquisition, and drygrasses certainly didn't. Now Minecraftkid's going to fall as well, and Costdubloon's just going to be dealing with the annoying pesky mosquito of tsarfish, eventually taken down by his teammate in ImNotSirius, and Atomic Spoon's going to be trying his best to lay down a little bit of damage, but ultimately it's for naught, except maybe the ultimate charges of Gold Team supports, who now have both of the support ultimates on deck. Santa and the Anulbrigadier have used both of theirs, but Gold Team's still sitting pretty on full. Meanwhile, Buffalo Beat Boops will have 2 support ultimates as well. That will be able to sustain them as they try and make a forced entry here. They may decide to go in with the Riptide that Atomic Spoon's currently packing, but Drygrass is falling early. It may mean that they have to wait another 10 or 20 seconds.
Yeah, what they could do here is they might just want to push with both their support ults and just go in as best they can. And it might not be the best, but there is the Coalesce from tsarfish coming in, and Santa's...
Ooh, both supports! Both supports taken down there by Alchemist, disintegrated, blown away, and now Atomic Spoon's coming in with a second explosion. 2 tanks for that. That's 2 for 2 with the ultimates. Everything's coming up 2 for the Buffalo Beat Boop attack. And now Drygrass is coming back off the spawn, picking up Santa, the anti-aircrafts, and Yada coming in the clutch. And ImNotSirius isn't going to be serious for long because he's been taken out, absolutely turned into wallpaper paste by Minecraftkid there, blown into one of the pagoda walls, and that's going to be a first point cap here for Buffalo Beat Boops. They used up a lot of their time bank, but they have managed to put a point on the board.
Alchemist getting those 2 supports was probably the most important thing out of that fight at all. I mean, getting those 2 supports, you don't have any way to heal, and then Atomic Spoon caps it off. As you say, it's the rule of 2. Getting those 2 tanks, and it's pretty much over at that point. They can wipe up the rest of the map and move on to the second point.
Yeah, it's always 2 there are. 1 ultimate and 1 pair of Gold Team members killed. And now Minecraftkid coming to try and challenge up against Costdubloon. But no, Costdubloon just passes him by and lays down the hammer. Perfect play there from the Reinhardt. No one's going to be a victim of that particular self-destruct, however. And now Minecraftkid is just going to be dueling out of a point against Costdubloon, but the shield is there from Anulbrigadier, and that's going to keep his Reinhardt safe, and Santa and Anul are going to be going on a hunt.
Yeah,
they managed to catch out Javelin.
Yeah, that whole push from Buffalo there, and Anul and Santa were just on the top of on the high ground, just above the opening, just getting as much damage as they could, and that might not have been something Team Buffalo was wary of, and that might have cost them that fight.
Indeed, now Costdubloon setting up once again on the high ground. He's got both his supports at his back and Santa on that McCree. Santa's almost got the Deadeye as well, so Buffalo better have checked their watches. Oh, that's an early charge though. Cost already coming in. He's gone deep and he may well be falling here, but no, the healing's going to be there courtesy of Mago. The Minecraftkid's laying down his Earth Shudder, but he is countered. But however, it's going to be Cost and Anul knocked off by excellent play from Alchemist here, isolating the tanks, putting them back on the point, and Mago's already fallen, but quickly Buffalo need to move in on this point and seize their advantages.
Sadow's trying his best to keep everyone alive with her Valkyrie. It might all be for naught here, as it looks like Team Buffalo is just completely trying to roll over this point right now and get as much damage as they can.
Oh, speaking of rolling, Anulbrigadier brought in the Graviton Surge from Russia with Love. It will be 5 people getting the group hug treatment, but from the top it's going to be Atomic Spoon taking out Mago with that fantastic Riptide. That's a lot of healing missing now for the side of Gold Team on the defense. Just going to be Anulbrigadier trying his best to stay sustained on this point. He's got a lot of energy, he doesn't want to lose it, but he's going to be sent back to spawn with 0 left. Mago now trying to make an entry, but is blown away by Atomic Spoon. Absolutely disintegrated, and Costdubloon's coming in with a charge. He manages to get his counterpart, but he's going to be taken out in the end. Javelin now with the sights, and all he's got in his sights is a whole load of Gold Team members who are staggering in and have no hope in the world.
Yeah, they're trying really hard to just throw every amount of body they can on this point, but it doesn't look like it's going to be for naught, and it looks like Team Buffalo is going to end up capping this point in the end. And my gosh, again, drygrasses with another fantastic Transcendence save them there from the Zarya ulti.
Yeah, those Gravitons are getting a pretty nicely countered with the Transcendencies out of drygrasses. Good timing there by the support player for Buffalo Beat Boops. However, 2 minutes and 23 is the statement made on the time bank by Buffalo. Will Gold Team be able to meet it is the question. They may well be coming out with another big tanky composition again. This looks like quad tank. It's going to be the Moira Meatball.
Oh, the Moira Meatball. Thank you for Doa for coining that, and that's one of my favorite things to watch. Just Moira and 4 tanks rush into a point, completely overtake it, and then move on to the next one with all your ults and just roll over a point. It's incredibly fun to watch.
If Minecraftkid here is stuck on the Orisa on the low ground as well, this could be absolutely deadly, because Orisa is really vulnerable to just being overrun. And that's what the quad tank composition is all about. You get that speed boost, and you just go in with all of this healing, and all of the damage that can instantly be put out by the Roadhog and by D.Va. And just overwhelm whoever dare be waiting for you. However, Buffalo Beat Boops will be coming in with a triple tank of their own. It will be Javelin heading up for sole DPS in this lobby on the Soldier 76, but will he be able to stay safe enough to lay down the damage for an extended period?
Yeah, I mean, it's all up to Javelin, really, to see if he can get the... Since they don't have the Junkrat anymore, it's really up to him to see if he can do the most damage, because as being the only true DPS on their team, he's going to have to do a lot. And maybe they're thinking that they're going to play the Pharah, but it might come back to bite him if it's the quad tank here.
This is going to be scarily close. If Minecraftkid sets up a shield here, they may just decide to run right past it with a speed boost out of Sadow. This is all about Sadow's timing and his call on whether or not you're going to boost and when.
Yeah, Fortify only does so much to his Orisa, who's just sitting there. It looks like they're going to go in through the right side here.
Not as speedy as I anticipated here. Costdubloon's going to have to make a slow entry through the shield, and already the Orisa shield has been taken down. He's now swinging for the fences. Minecraftkid's going to be the main recipient of that, but now he's decided to move on to Alchemist, and the mech's already been taken down, and that's a great start here for the Gold Team offense.
Yeah, and it looks like they just rushed in, just didn't even... Sabo just put them into the point. They didn't even think about everyone else, and it looks like they're going to be able to kill a couple of people on this point. It's only Atomic and Mercy left, and they might not be able to hold this at all.
Indeed, now it's just for one pig coming in, desperately trying to contest, but his bacon has been cooked as a tsarfish coming in to try and rescue. Alchemist is going to be making a speedy escape here, trying his best to keep that mech, but no, he's going to get demech by the Brigadier, and that's going to be absolutely devastating. Alchemist is going to make a retreat here, potentially try and reset off the edge to get a mech back, but if not, they can be caught out because here come all of Gold Team.
Yeah, that stagger from Alchemist is actually really not good at all, and Drygrass is going down is even worse. Santa gets him, and they might be able to just take this point right now.
Indeed, Coalescence versus Coalescence. Javelin swapped back onto a signature Riploon to get a little bit of value here against the high tank composition, but Costdubloon's going to be ready to try and... Oh no, he was actually rescued by Atomic Spoon, who laid down the wall between Costdubloon and that D.Va bomb. Not the greatest play out of a make here, but Drygrasses somehow manages to sneaky get a res out onto tsarfish, but not sneaky enough to avoid the hook coming through from Santa, and now the whole hog is going to be the main tool here of Gold Team. Coming in from the back will be Sadow with that sound barrier, giving everyone a nice little reassuring cushion of sound and overshield to keep themselves healthy as Javelin tries to make a re-entry. Costdubloon showing the ground who's boss of that particular Earth Shadow. Drygrasses is coming in for a desperation contest. Can Costdubloon save his team from this excellent play from Gold Team to stay behind that shield, and they will be rewarded with a 6-minute time bank on Hanamura.
And as you said, the Moira Meatball serves up a 6-minute time bank, which is pretty good compared to the 2 minutes and 23 seconds for the side of Team Buffalo. And man, that comp, if it gets rolling, it just keeps on rolling. It does not stop.
Yeah.
But one of the
unfortunate that Alchemist got demeched.
Yeah, I was about to say that was probably the thing that turned the fight. Because if he stays in mech there and gets back, it's probably not as bad. But not having D.Va in mech there is pretty huge.
How did drygrasses by herself manage to res Starfish? Is that just a lapse in concentration from Gold Team? Only ImNotSirius contesting the point?
It might have been one of those things, like in Overwatch League when Fuel got backcapped by Soon, and someone like turned the wrong way just as Mercy was getting onto the point, and they're like, "Oh, we're fine, no one's on the point," and then they hear the res go off.
Ultimately, it was not enough to save the defense of Buffalo, and now they're going to be making one last attack here potentially.
And Anul is going to be playing that Hanzo you spoke of earlier, and Atomic Spoon also as well. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be a battle of the Shimadas here.
Indeed, a Shimada duel on how to more how thematic and appropriate. But if we remember, Buffalo Beat Boots took a long time to take the first point on the initial attack. We'll have to see if they're a little bit faster this time. Minecraftkid's going to be coming out on that Winston to try and make sure such is the case. But he won't have fast DPS coming in behind him.
And it looks like Anul already 50% towards his wolves, which could be really good because in this type space here, you just throw out one dragon and it's probably getting a few good kills right there.
Hooked in is Minecraftkid, but Alchemist is going to be there with the save, and that's going to be the entry that Buffalo need. But they quickly retreat, and now Drygrass is caught out in no man's land, but Minecraftkid trying to maintain the tank, but no, she's taken out by Santa, and now Anulbrigadier is going to take out the Monkey as well. And now it's an all-out brawl on a point. Alternating colours in the kill feed, but that will always benefit the offense because they have closer respawns. Alchemist is coming in to try and pick up the slack of his teammates, and Anulbrigadier is going to fall to that D.Va, and now there are respawns coming in, but no, down goes the hammer. Tsarfish laying down on the ground, and Alchemist is going to be demethed.
Yeah, and it looks like Team Gold is going to be able to hold here for just a little bit. They're waiting for a few people to come back from spawn, but that was a pretty excellent hold there from Costdubloon and that shatter to keep them from losing that point.
Indeed, a slight commute back here from Anul and Santa, but Santa's back and ready to go, already looking for a hook, but won't be catching anything today. Not the successful fishing trip here for the Roadhog. Costdubloon is going to be happily standing here, though, making sure that his Roadhog can safely lay down that whole hog and make sure that it takes a little bit longer than Buffalo Beat Boots were accounting for to get in here.
Yeah, they're not really rolling over as much as Team Gold did before, and it looks like we're going to have a battle between Anul and Atomic for a little bit here, but that ends with nothing, and it looks like the Power Rage is going to come out.
Indeed, he's going to be trying to buy some space here for the rest of his team to enter. They seem a little bit sheepish about committing the deed. Tsarfish is coming in with a Coalescence, and he is going to manage to pick up a couple of kills in conjunction with Atomic Spoon, who's got huge value out of those arrows, but it's going to be Alchemist falling on point, potentially out of the mech. Sadow here, also going down to Javelin, who came through from the back in a wonderful pincer maneuver. And finally, Gold Team are falling apart at the seams, courtesy of Buffalo making a successful attack. 10 seconds left, so they're going to get an extra 30 to try and cap second if they manage to get this completed.
Yeah, Newell just shot his wolves towards the point. It's not going to do too much. It's just going to make a little cool visual for us as the point gets capped. But did lose the 1v1 to Atomic Spoon there, which might have been the catalyst for that going down.
Yeah, there's no more time to lose, so for Buffalo Beat Boots, they've got 16 seconds left. 16 seconds in a dream, Kenobi.
Yeah, they just need to go right now. There's nothing they can do. They just need to get on the point right now, use the Valkyrie, try and get anything they can after this.
Indeed, the Valkyrie's been used, and Minecraftkid went a little bit away from the rest of his team, so they weren't getting that spread heal as well as they could. In comes for self-destruct, but will it be able to pick anyone up? Not today. Javelin's coming in and taking down Costdubloon, and that's a great start, but he is going to be throwing his Death Blossom into the middle of nowhere. Santa getting great value out of the whole hog, even if he wasn't picking up kills. Now the rest of Buffalo will be trying to stay sustained with Tsarfish's Coalescence, but they are going to be hit with the... Ooh, Sadow taken out by the self-destruct there.
And there's just one nanoed Reinhardt on the point, just swinging away the best he can. Dragons come in. They're trying to kill him. They're trying to win this point at the end here. It might not be enough though. They're trickling onto the point, and with the defense that close in respawns, it might be all they need.
Oh, here comes the Primal Rage, and that's coming out of Minecraftkid. May well mean that no one from the side of Buffalo Beat Boot will be able to get onto here. They're trying desperately to get in. It will be a dash from Anulbrigadier who manages to get on the point, but it's not enough. They are with 2 minutes in the time bank, capping 2 points. Excellent play there from Buffalo, learning from their mistakes, evidently.
Yeah, that's about probably the best scenario instead of getting, besides getting them both right away. This is probably the best scenario they could have hoped for, getting 2 points with the 2-minute time bank. It's pretty good. I mean, they just pretty much rolled from the first one to the second one. A little bit unlucky with the Javelin ulti from Reaper, but it ended up being all right for them.
Indeed. So now to claim the 2-1 lead, Buffalo Beat Boops just now need to hold any point of Hanamura for the next 6 minutes and 6 seconds. But we'll have to see if Gold Team decide to vary up their strategy or go with what absolutely confounded Buffalo on their defense.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to be playing the Pharah again, which has been the kryptonite for Team Buffalo here, and not sure if they're ready for it.
Incoming in 30 seconds.
Buffalo, however, will be coming out on that May that I mentioned when we started talking about Hanamura, and that can be absolutely deadly against these more, let's say, snail-esque compositions.
Yeah. I mean, if you get one wall
you can get
like
stuck
this
behind that.
and you manage to get one person isolated, that person's probably 100% going to die unless some miracles happen.
5,
Yeah, especially if Minecraftkid can get off a good charge on them into the wall.
1.
Likely Costdubloon may well be the victim of that. Atomic Spoon already setting up ready to welcome any guests with a little bit of a chilly reception.
Looks like they're going to go through the red again like they did before. Santa's just going to try and get some poke damage best he can.
In comes Cost, and he's already isolated. 2 Reinhardts charge into each other, but Costdubloon gets frozen out. However, there is the backup there for ImNotSirius, and they need to get some desperate healing here onto this Reinhardt, and they backed out crucially. That's going to mean that Atomic may well get another chance to try and freeze someone in when they come in, and there is going to be the wall. Not too effective, however, she can provide a funnel through which all of Gold Team can move. Costdubloon is taken out by Minecraftkid, however, a recipient of a nasty charge, and he's turned into wallpaper paste across the back of that pagoda, and now Santa's going to be laying in so much damage towards here. Both of the supports of Buffalo taken down courtesy of those rockets, but he's flying a little bit too low here. Javelin could get a little bit of damage in, but not enough to win out the door. Now Minecraftkid and Alchemist are going to be a little bit of an amusing sight there. The Justice going straight into the defense matrix, but eventually there wasn't enough matrix to win out against the entirety of the ultimate. That's a swing around to try and solo shot a Sadow, but he won't be able to follow it up.
Oh, and a little bit of BM there. I'm not sure how good of an idea it was to shatter there, as in you were probably going to die anyways, but we'll see how it goes for them. It might not end up too well.
The now tsarfish is just one Omnic against the world, and he's going to try and get a reset here. But Anul is once again hungry for the staggers, moving forward here with ImNotSirius. They want to try and get this Omnic Monk, and he took a longer path, and that's going to really cost him here.
Again, they got staggered. It's the second time. First rotation it was Alchemist who got staggered, and now it's tsarfish, and this might be the push they need again.
Indeed, Atomic Spoon trying his best to freeze up Costdubloon. He does get the freeze, but no, he's going to be greeted with an Earth Shadow. Now Alchemist is going to get charged in, but it's going to be met with the... Oh, that is a big Graviton, but it is countered with the Transcendence, and all the ultimates are coming out of the point now. Buffalo Beat Group really want to hold this. Santa's laying down the barrage, but will it be enough? Drygrasses gets taken out, eviscerated by the rockets, and now it's all Gold Team on the point.
Yeah, Gold Team here looks like they might have it. They're gonna have a couple staggers left to try and get this, to try and stall it as best they can, but it might not be enough. Santa's the only one who's making the trip back to the point, and the rest of them are all healthy and happy.
Indeed, everyone's healthy, happy, and having a good old hug on this point. Drygrass is darting about here, trying her best to avoid ImNotSirius, but ImNotSirius is on the hunt, looking for the mercy, and it's just going to be tsarfish dancing around the point with those skates, booping, weaving, using the power of music to try and stay alive here, and Drygrass is going to be under pressure from Santa. Music was not enough to sustain her in particular, and now it's just tsarfish still alive.
Yeah, tsarfish has been... I don't know how he's like staying alive, but Lucio is a pretty squirrely character, and they don't have anything to really get him down except for maybe the Pharah, but he's just trying his best to boop everyone off, keep everyone healthy, and just
he's still here! He's been contesting for approximately a minute now, but here comes Anulbrigadier with the Graviton Surge, and Javelin and Drygrasses will be the unfortunate guests of that, but tsarfish is still here. He gets taken down, he's on the ground, and Costdubloon's had enough of his nonsense, he's had enough of his shenanigans. The bamboozles are finished, and Minecraftkid is coming in now with that Primal Raise to try and keep the rest of Gold Team off the point. They have claimed 2 ticks, however, so they could happily try and just make a disengagement here and live to fight another day.
Yeah, and it looks like Team Buffalo is actually going to be able to hold this point, and Team Gold is going to have to reset here. What an actually excellent hold, mainly from tsarfish. Tsarfish held that point for a minute almost by himself.
tsarfish bounced like he never bounced before.
It's the power of music, man. It can help us in any way we want.
Evidently Hanamura is his anthem. But now it is going to be Anulbrigadier building himself up to another Graviton Surge, and that'll be the main tool here for Gold Team to try and claim this. Santa's almost got that barrage, and we know just how devastating that combo has been, but it's going to be an opening up here from ImNotSirius, sending in, ooh, catching out Minecraftkid. And Javelin had a lot in his sights, but the main thing he had in his sights was a barraging Pharaoh, and unfortunately the DPS was not enough, and now tsarfish and Atomic Spoon caught out in the Graviton Surge. Atomic Spoon's going to use his Ray Form to escape that, but it won't be able to use it to escape from the marauding hammer of Costdubloon. And Minecraftkid coming in on the emergency May, going to use that ice block to try and stay healthy. He's going to be caught out here, and drygrasses coming in with the emergency Valkyrie as well, trying to keep all the Buffalo Beast Boys healed up, content, and feeling good. But no, they're laid down on the floor by Costdubloon, and Minecraftkid once again trying her best to keep this in contestation.
Yeah, tsarfish gets hit with the mute button by Reinhardt there, turns off his music and turns off the dancing Lucio on the point, and it might be enough to keep them saved here.
Indeed, Sadow now, with the AoE healing of that Valkyrie, going to keep Gold Team nice and healthy on this point, but Santa's already fallen courtesy of that self-destruct. Now Costdubloon's going absolutely mad, taking out both Atomic Spoon and drygrasses, but there are still 3 members of Buffalo on the point, which he needs to deal with. Gets scuppered there by the Maywa Ice Wall, charging into that, and tsarfish is back on the point, laying down all of that beautiful contestation, and now there are 4 members of Buffalo back in place. Santa's come back over, going to be laying down that huge amount of explosive damage, but from the top it's going to be Atomic Spoon catching out Sadow.
May almost has her Blizzard if she responds in enough time. The hammer down again. He's had like 3 in this one fight.
Oh my god, I'm not serious. You are definitely not serious. Taking out 2 with that particular self-destruct, but now drygrasses may well be caught out on their own. Going to be moving into the hammer of Costdubloon, however, and now it's going to be a greeting from Santa to the re-entering spawns. It's going to be a barrage.
Still going?
No, I don't know how it's still going on. tsarfish is still alive. He's just come back in and he's dancing around the point. Alchemist is going to get demech, and now Costdubloon's going to have to shield his team from the explosion. He used to try and take out Alchemist before they demech, but no, the mech is back in the fight. But just as quickly as it appeared, it's out, and now Javelin from the top with the high noon is going to take out Santa. Going to get hunted down by Sadow, however, though. And now they just need to get on the point. Everyone is just piling on. 23 seconds remaining. Costdubloon still swinging for the fences. He's going to try and hit a home run, but it's just tsarfish once again. They're so close to capping with 14 seconds remaining, and they're finally going to get it.
What a crazy fight at the end there. I mean, I think Reinhardt had 3 to 4 shatters that last fight. Just in that last fight, that was incredible how tsarfish was able to keep the point alive and how they just kept trickling in, trying their absolute best to keep the point, but it just wasn't enough, and they escaped with 13 seconds left. But my god, what a hold.
Jesus.
Gotta take a breath after that one.
That was insane stall coming out of Buffalo. They do not want to lose this point. However, they do have a slightly lesser time bank than Gold Team due to having completed an overtime, but will only get a minute. Well, Gold Team also got a minute, but they got a minute added on to the 13 seconds they had previously.
Yeah, and 13 seconds, you know, sometimes might be the deal breaker, and it looks like tsarfish is going to be staying on this Lucio. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's been playing really good and being really squirrely, not being able to get hit, holding points minutes at a time just by himself.
Indeed, and so the Lucio will be incredibly important to try and get through this choke against Costdubloon. He's been laying out so much DPS, and we just need to try and overwhelm him with a speed boost and a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, but they're not going to go with the Moira meatball here. They're just going to go with just a regular triple tank and a soldier for the DPS. We'll see how this works with the Lucio charge.
The Anulbrigadier is going to be the new breed of Doorman on the Widowmaker here, going to be looking to give a nice. Oh my god, they're straight in!
Just went right in.
Atomic Spoon, no mercy, but drygrasses and Javelin are caught out on the back because their tank line just abandoned them with such an aggressive dive. And Minecraftkid managed to pick up Mago, but that's all they're going to get here apart from a whole lot of damage to their face, and they donate their bodies to the alt bank of Gold Team. However, because they went in so fast, we do still have 30 seconds to try again.
Drygrasses tried to go in, but got hooked on something and discorded, and then and then Costdubloon just pretty much whacked her on the side like a fly, and that was the end of that push once you don't have your mercy anymore.
Indeed, and it's going to be another quick push in here. Alchemist and Minecraftkid both going for the Widowmaker, but the Widowmaker's going to make a quick evasion and get out of sight. Now it's going to be ImNotSirius. They're staying on the back line, but 5 seconds left, so it's going to be Buffalo who need to stay on the point here and keep it in contestation. Atomic's going to be trying, he's going to be swinging for the fences, but will they be able to hit anything? Because in from the back will be the return. It will be finding Atomic Spoon, and member by member, Buffalo are falling. Tsarfish, not even music can save you, buddy. And that will be no percentage accrued there for the side of Buffalo. Gold team now with the initiative.
That was a good idea on the part of Team Buffalo, but it doesn't look like the execution was as good as the idea at that point. I mean, they just rushed in twice. It looked like they were kind of just rushing in without really thinking. They're like, we're just gonna... They did it
press
to us,
W.
so we're
Press
just gonna...
W.
Yeah, press W. Lucio, press E. You know, let's just get it
W
in here.
plus E, it's for 1. If you're Reinhardt, you press shift apparently. The entry charge.
Yeah, now this leaves Team Gold to just run the Moira Meatball again. And they did so well on the first point, they might just completely smash him again.
Yeah, the quad tank is incredibly hard to stop, but Minecraftkid will be here on the Reinhardt, which is a important difference to note, and also Atomic Spoon will be here on the May. Both of these good against the... Oh, okay. Atomic Spoon has swapped to the Bastion, but will they be able to get here in time? We've only got 20 seconds left, a little bit of a commute to make for the cutesy Omnic.
They need to hustle a little bit here. They only have 10 seconds. It looks like he's going to make it just in time. Not going to miss his flight. And it looks like they're going to be able to get it. Anulbrigadier is going to be playing the Widow, so no Moira Meatball. Just a regular triple tank with a Widow.
Indeed, Minecraftkid here is going to have to be so disciplined with his shield. Atomic Spoon trying to find a place to set up here, and there's going to be a massive crossfire coming in, and Costdubloon is already going down courtesy of that minigun. That's a big hook onto Sadow as well, who's just making the most of his opportunity to go in, and Santa's going to be looking to try and get in here, but he's cut down, turned into meat. Oh, that's a big hook. ImNotSirius, given a nice welcome coming through the door.
And it looks like this Bastion pick has been paying off. They completely stymied the push of Team Gold, and Costdubloon died almost immediately as soon as he got to the choke. I'm not sure he was expecting a Bastion to be there.
However, quick swap ups here, and Anulbrigadier has moved on to the Tracer, and Santa once again picking up the Pharaoh mantle. But will Atomic Spoon be able to out-aim the Pharaoh? You can put down a huge amount of hit scan damage with this Bastion if you can hit the shots.
They need to hurry up. They only have 20 seconds left. They need to start going now, or else they're not going to have any time. And it looks like they're going to all dive onto Atomic Spoon. But it's still alive somehow.
Indeed, the healing is coming out there from drygrasses, making sure Atomic Spoon's feeling nice and comfortable, and Javelin's just picked everyone up on the backside. Well, everyone was looking at the Bastion, you're not looking at the Soldier 76, but rest assured, he is looking at you, and he's got you in his sights. ImNotSirius is the last remaining member here, and Anulbrigadier going to be darting around the back, trying desperately to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee, but the sting won't be enough. You're going to suffer from the whole hog, the king of the animal kingdom. And that's going to be a draw on Hanamura.
And it looks like, I don't think Team Gold was prepared at all for a Bastion there. It seemed to catch them completely off guard. When Costdubloon in that first push, I don't even know if he had his shield up. He tried to fire strike, and Bastion just completely annihilated him. And that, if you don't have a Reinhardt for a push like that, you're not going anywhere.
Ooh, Costdubloon swinging for the fences, hitting the home runs, and bringing it home here. We are still tied at 1-1.
44k damage blocked.
That's a lot of damage blocked.
Well deserved 7-up votes there for him.
Oh, let's throw it back to Ark. What did you think of that slugfest?
No. Oh,
I can hear you.
yeah, we can hear you.
I am exhausted just watching that. Holy moly.
That was possibly one of the longest fights I've ever cast.
That one hold from Buffalo Beat Boops with Tsarfish on the Lucio was just incredible how long they held that.
Yeah, that was it was like the never-ending fight, and that 2 CP. That's kind of how it goes sometimes. And I'm not, as we talked about leading into this, I'm not used to seeing Hanamura. I'm not sure if that's gonna be the trend on Hanamura for the times we're gonna see that here in the future, but it was Exhausting is the only word I have. Just watching, I'm literally exhausted. So
Yeah, I mean, it looked like two teams just banging their heads against each other, trying their best to get a little edge over the other. But in the end, it looks like we're only gonna have a draw, and we're gonna go into our next map here.
yeah, we are going to be going to a probably a hybrid next. That's what the kind of rule set we're using is. Normally a losing team would pick, but we had a draw, so we're trying to figure out who's going to take this. Looks like they're agreeing anyway on King's Row, so we'll get that up and running.
Hybrid is the favorite map or the favorite game mode, specifically of Buffalo Beat Boop. So they might be right at home here to take the lead in this series.
Indeed, and looks like we've got a sub here, Sadow. Pardon me, it's about to hit 3 a.m. Sadow being swapped out for LeonGenesis.
That's a good name.
And once again, I will need to swap my team labels.
It does look like we're going to be heading to your neck of the woods, leg day on King's Row here.
Indeed, for great Brexit City itself. Fueled by a molten core of racism and intolerance, as you can see below the foundry.
Yeah, they don't really like Omnex too much over there, do they?
No, they do not.
Yeah, I believe the whole point of the payload here on King's Row is that they're detonating the EMP to kill all the Omnics. So
yeah, it's a genocide.
If you win, you're basically Hitler.
Rated T for teen.
Yeah.
Destroying indigenous peoples is a talent of the British, I'm ashamed to admit. Could you call Omnics indigenous if they're living where they were made? I suppose
Jeff Kaplan, we need more lore. This is what I'm learning. We need more lore, Jeff Kaplan. Make the movie. We know
Make the movie.
We know you want to.
I believe we need to start the game. Oh no, there we go. Beautiful.
Yeah, so
prepare your defenses. Yeah. And then we'll be Buffalo defending first, looking to claim the set here, I believe. If they go up here, they will get... Well, whoever wins here will get 2-1, because we're currently 1-1 with a tie. Yep, so I believe this will be the decider map on King's Row. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to London.
This one is for all the marbles here in beautiful nighttime London.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Yes, beautiful nighttime London, and the stars are shining down brightly upon a genocide attempt by the attacking team, in this case, Gold Team. Nasty, nasty.
Gold Team looks like they're going to be bringing out the Doomfist. I'm not sure if they're actually going to be bringing out this Doomfist. This is an interesting pick on attack here.
4, 3, 2,
I'm not sure how this is going to go. In this, just 2 tanks. And it looks like they're actually going to do it, so we'll see how this works.
Well, Doomfist can work here, but he's going up against a comp that isn't really very favorable against him. Atomic Spoon and Javelin here going to be able to lay down so much close range damage, but the long range is going to win out there. Anulbrigadier winning out against Javelin. A quick shot to the Skull Mass is going to break that. He's going to have to get another one from Hot Topic.
Yeah, Anulbrigadier playing the Get Down Mr. President for Santa there. Santa would have been dead to Javelin as he missed his charge, but Anulbrigadier says, no, you're not going to touch my friend, and I'm going to kill you instead.
And now, on his own, Alchemist is going to be isolated by so many members of Gold Team, and Javelin's made a re-entry again, only just to be picked off once more by Anulbrigadier. That's going to be tilting. Drygrasses is trying for a res here, and she is going to manage to get it. Out comes for a grip tie, but it's going to be taken down by Costdubloon. He's finally swapped onto the Zarya.
Yeah, Anulbrigadier, just leave Javelin alone. All he does is wants to play the game, but he gets 2 quick headshots off of Javelin, and he's going to be not in the fight, and the Coalesce comes out now already from the mortar.
That's a feels bad, Jav. And now Minecraftkid is going to be the only one trying to contest the point. He's going to have to lay down a shield here, but just as it goes down, he will be falling. Alchemist has made a re-entry here, but Costdubloon is going to be trying to carve his initials into that mech, moving to get away from the self-destruct, but Mago wasn't so lucky. The luck of the Irish not going to be holding out here, taken out by Alchemist, and ImNotSirius also demeched, being brought back in by the Hulk after Minecraftkid is resurrected, courtesy of drygrasses Volker here. Huge investment from both teams. However, Costdubloon is going to be coming in with a Graviton Surge, and Santa almost has the Meteor Strike with which to combo it.
Our tsarfish does have the Coalesce, and Minecraft has a Supercharger. Atomic Spoon also does have his tires, so that can be a quick, easy 2 or 3 kills if he wants. But the
Oh, Javelin! Don't stick near that, buddy. Don't lick that. It ain't good. But now it's going to be straight away. Coalescence coming out in response because of Tsarfish, and down comes the Graviton Surge. There's only going to be 2 people in there, but it's going to be enough. Alchemist joining the fray for the group cuddle, and Santa's coming down, slamming on top. Come on and slam, and welcome to a jam. But unfortunately, it's just going to be Gold Team, who, despite their combo, are made into jam by the defending Buffaloes.
Yeah, Buffalo not really liking the presence that Santa is bringing down those chimneys, but it looks like they're still going to be able to be fine and hold this point. It looks like Team Gold just really likes those wombo combo plays.
Indeed, they love the wombos and they love the swap-ups as well. Santa moving now from the Doomfist onto the Pharaoh, ready to lay down some more long-range damage. And once again, there's not really anyone from the side of Buffalo who can actually deal with this Pharaoh effectively, so Santa's going to have a pretty free ride if they stay in the air.
Yeah, and Santa's just in the back of them, just doing a bunch of free poke damage. No one's really on him, and LeonGenesis is going to start carrying him now, and the self-destruct comes in. Just a zoning one, but Santa does kill drygrasses. That's a huge. They're not gonna have mercy anymore.
Indeed, drygrasses caught up the creek without a paddle, and now Javelin's going to be the main recipient of Santa's ire, but no, he's going to be striking back. Santa flew too low, a little bit too close to the sun on the floor and burned down. But now Minecraftkid's going to be trying his best to get a huge amount of damage in onto Costdubloon. He's under so much pressure, he needs to get a little bit of healing, and Mago will be there to do it, but won't be for long because Atomic Spoon coming in with the explosions, and now on his own is going to be Anulbrigadier, and it's just one Genji versus the world. He's going to go for a quick retreat. 30 seconds left on the clock here for Gold Team, and it's desperation time.
Yeah, this whole time, no one's on Atomic Spoon, and he just comes in behind the Moira and the Reinhardt and throws one mine, and they're already dead. No, they need to really get on him if they want to win this point.
Minecraftkid laying down another shield here. He's going to have to hug it close if he doesn't want to be taken down here by Santa. Santa and Leon going to be happy and healthy in the sky, but Leon's already had a huge amount of pressure. Low health, pops a Valkyrie there for a little bit of extra regeneration, and now Anul's coming in with the blade. Will be taking down Minecraftkid's supercharger, but is going to be answered with Atomic Spoon, and now Atomic Spoon's picked up both DPS.
Spoon gets the tire, but it might not be enough. It looks like Team Gold has all the pieces they need to maybe win this, but the res does come in from the Moira, but Anul is gonna get Alchemist, and he's not gonna be able to remech.
Indeed, Drygrass is managing to stay alive for now. Tsarfish laying down on the floor, and Anulbrigadier is looking for the follow-up there, managing to claim that kill. Now Minecraftkid's on his own. Javelin's going to be around the periphery, coming to lay in with the Hellfire Shotguns, but is quickly taken down by Gold Team, who in overtime will claim the first one.
Yeah, they just barely got it there, and it looks like Atomic Spoon might stagger here just a little bit. Could be bad. If they don't get it, it's fine, but they're gonna get that point, Team Gold, and they're gonna start moving that payload.
The question here is, what is Buffalo's plan to stop this payload? They do have the positioning to try and take this on early if they are so inclined, but the high ground advantage is in the way of Anulbrigadier and Santa, who are able to lay down that projectile fire from up in this window. However, there's going to be a lot of spam coming their way as well. It's going to make it a very uncomfortable piece of real estate in which to stay.
Yeah, Atomic Spoon's just going to be on the top here, just trying his best to get as much poke damage as he can, but needs to get out of dodge quick before Farah gets him. He's going to be healed up, he's going to try and stay fine, but he needs to be really careful because he's their main damage dealer at this point.
Need Alchemist here posturing up behind me, versus shielding, delaying a little bit of damage, build up towards his elements, but Tsarfish is going to potentially come knocking here with the Coalescence, and in these corridors that can be incredibly damaging. And Anulbrigadier's come in with the blade, but he's not going to be picking up anything yet. Drygrasses falls to Santa, and that will give a dash reset, but there's nothing more to be gained for Anulbrigadier, who's going to have to put the blade away as Santa goes in deep looking for a couple of extra kills. Javelin gets found out, and there will be a barrage on the table should have been required. Here comes the tie. Will be able to get anything. He's going for Costdubloon, and he will be able to find that kill. The main tank being blown apart by Atomic Spoon is now going to be able to come in from the back and try and take out Santa, but no, Santa's going to strike first, and there goes the barrage. Minecraftkid is going to be taken out, and Santa gets a quick visit from the Diva mech, managing to blow himself up on the shell, the husk of the Korean mech.
Yeah,
He got enough.
Yeah, Santa delivered there definitely, but we're gonna see if he can still do it on this next point. Looks like he's been free range so far. There's Javelins has finally switched back over to the soldier, trying to get the hit scan on that on that fair, and hopefully it'll help them.
And now on the defense, and there's not too many ultimates available here for Buffalo, whereas Gold Team are going to be coming in with a whole amount more. They've got both as full ultimates, and Costdubloon's ready to lay down the hammer. He's already looking for it, and that's going to be 2 people laid down on the floor. Javelin's going to be the main recipient of the damage. But there isn't enough follow-up to try and get him. Minecraftkid eventually gets taken out. Oh, but ImNotSirius laying down the self-destruct, catches out both Atomic Spoon and Drygrasses. Everything's coming up exploded, but not in the way that Junkrat would have liked it.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Diva Bomb, there was no shields on the side of Team Buffalo after Minecraftkid died, and that was pretty much that. After that, you can't really hide too much from a Diva Bomb.
Indeed, Double Valkyrie is now in session. Costdubloon managing to take out the supercharger, but he gets pooped down by Alchemist. Excellent play there by the Diva. The same Costdubloon going for a tour of the ImNotSirius genocide won't be occurring today because Buffalo people have come in with a fantastic re-engagement. Minecraftkid is going to be under pressure, and Drygrasses, or rather LeonGenesis is going a little bit deep, but Alchemist is going to pick that one up, and it's going to be a quick retreat here for the Gold Team with 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the clock.
And one of the most important things about Costdubloon getting booped there, you can't res that as Mercy. They're just gone. And so she had to settle for another res, but getting Costdubloon back at that time probably could have helped a lot, but unfortunately, since he was booped, he can't be resed.
60 seconds.
Indeed, Costdubloon now looking to make another re-entry. He's got his Diva behind him, and his shield's going to have to last pretty long as we try and make an engagement here, but Atomic Spoon's going to be laying in all of the spam that he wants to and more. He's also got that Riptire, shouldn't be required, and he's going to be sending out right now. He's going over the top. He's looking for the Diva mech potentially, but no, he's going for the squishy targets, going on the commute, and Santa's going to be the recipient.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Santa. He's not going to be able to be in this next fight. He's probably going to be back for one more. He'll have ulti though, but the Coalesce, speaking of ultis, the Coalesce does go down here.
Indeed, that's going to be healing up all the members of Buffalo who managed to stay within that beam, and a huge amount of cleave damage coming out as well when Gold Team get exposed. But Costdubloon's ready to lay down the hammer, and down go 4 squishy targets laid down by Costdubloon. The follow-up isn't quite there. Atomic Spoon's going to fall, but in comes the double visor. Everyone's in everyone's sights. It's all 2020 here on the last point of King's Row, and Anulbrigadier is trying to make this point his own. LeonGenesis gets taken out finally by Alchemist exploding mech. But it probably won't be enough. Atomic Spoon's going to be the only one in. Javelin coming in for a desperation contest, but it's 1 versus 3. 3 meters to go. And that will be Gold Team taking it home in overtime.
That was a pretty good ending push there from
Score.
Team Gold. They managed to get all the picks they needed. Santa won the battle of the visors there, killing Javelin on that soldier, and after that he was able to freely roam and freely shoot like the good soldier he is.
Indeed, able to lay down as much fire as he wanted.
I mean, that said, still a very, very good hold for Buffalo Beat Boops. Always getting, even though they got 3, overtime is still pretty good. If they can manage to roll hard enough, they'll be able to get a better time bank.
Indeed, well, any time bank here will be a better time bank unless they also have to complete an overtime. Buffalo, this is their map to take. They just need to complete it out with some time left, especially if it's more than a minute, and they will be in a position to claim this set. However, Gold Team, there is also victory in their grasp. They can win this out if they manage to stop Buffalo at any point here.
And it's going to be really interesting to see. It looks like Atomic Spoon is going to be on the Hanzo as of now. Maybe he might switch at this point, but if that is the pick, that's going to be interesting because he's going to be able to get a lot of good shots and a lot of good range off of this Hanzo from the top of the spawn area.
Indeed, this is one of the best areas for Hanzo, as was famously demonstrated by Flower in the Overwatch 2017 World Cup, where he absolutely dismantled Austria in one of the qualifier phases. Flawless run from Flower there.
Hopefully, Atomic Spoon can get out his best Flower cosplay here and get some headshots and kills.
He's going to be looking for it, but Gold Team on the defense here will be going very tank heavy. Santa, ImNotSirius, and Costdubloon on that triple tank will be the welcoming committee for Buffalo Beat Boops as they come in with their own 2-2-2 combination. It's going to be 2 main healers, Drygrasses and tsarfish, picking up the Mercy and Moira. Going to keep Buffalo very nice and healthy as they try and come in here. And Costdubloon's already taking a little bit of damage to his shield, but it's a deep dive from Minecraftkid, and he's getting isolated here by ImNotSirius. He's going to have to go back for emergency healing.
Yeah, and it looks like the scatter arrow misses from the Hanzo there. He's trying to zone out LeonGenesis, but he's losing this battle so far, not hitting any shots.
Indeed, Santa hooked in, but ImNotSirius is there with the saving grace of the defense matrix, making sure that his team wasn't caught out. But Atomic Spoon has no such relief. He is going to be caught out here, and Drygrass going in for an emergency res. Atomic Spoon will be brought back, but he may well be cooked again by Santa here. He's going to have to try and play this angle against a Roadhog, and that's a very dangerous hallway in which to play.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that res. He was in a really precarious area, but he does get the headshot onto Mago, which is huge. He does have his dragons. He's going to shoot them through the choke, and it might get a few good damage off, and he does get the kill on Costdubloon.
Indeed, Costdubloon trying to make the commute across the periphery of the dragon there, and it just was too much damage for him to handle. But Santa's coming in with a hole, and he's already picked up Javelin, but no, pardon me. Too many members of Buffalo there laying in too much damage to the back of that Roadhog, and they will eventually be able to claim this one.
And I questioned the res for Atomic Spoon, but he definitely proved me wrong with a little bit of things there and some damage, and the dragons managed to get a few kills and help his team get over the hump at this point.
Need a far more speedy take there from Buffalo than we saw from Gold Team, and their reward will be a 5-minute time bank and 4 ultimates to their name, almost 5 as Javelin moves in towards that tactical visor as well.
Yeah, with all these ults, it's going to be really interesting to see how Team Gold is going to prioritize theirs. Oh, but the deflect on the scatter, oh, that must feel good for the Genji.
Headshot with it as well. Fantastic play there from Anul, winning out the Shimada duel for honor and glory. But now Santa's coming in from the back with the Reaper. A new pick for him as far as we've seen. In comes the self-destruct, but no one's going to be picked up by that, and the Coalescence is going to be backing it up courtesy of tsarfish. Rather courtesy of Mago laying in so much damage here, but Alchemist is leading away with the whole hog. He's going to be taken down by Costdubloon's Earth Shadow, and that's a big fire strike going through the meat of the entirety of Buffalo's attack. That's a hook in, or hooked into the dragon of Atomic Spoon, and he's going to pick up 3 kills off of that.
Atomic Spoon just saw those people lined up with his Q ready and said, this is where I'm going to shine. I'm going to hit mine, and then I'm going to get an easy triple kill and help my team push this payload even further.
This is my moment. And we can see Anulbrigadier here, almost with his blade. He's going to be the crouching ninja. He's going to be the sitting Genji, ready to lay down his wrath upon Buffalo. In comes a preemptive Valkyrie here from drygrasses, putting out so much healing for our team to try and keep them nice and sustained here, and that's going to give them a big advantage in terms of their sustain on this point. They've got a damage boost now. That's going to be able to make sure that Costdubloon is going to be losing a lot of his shield health, but Anul's going to be losing far more health on the side of Buffalo, because Atomic Spoon and Minecraftkid are going to be the victims of the blade, cut down in their prime.
Anul there comes up with 2 huge kills, but one of them gets rezzed by the Mercy, but it looks like it was enough to stymie this defense, and Anul's still not done. He's going to keep chasing the best he can.
Indeed, it's a chase, but we need to make sure not to overextend, because Buffalo here almost have the personnel to try and make a counter-attack, and people push their luck against this. Minecraftkid has gone on to D.Va now, instead of the Winston we saw on the first point, so that defense matrix is going to be there to try and save his teammates from any errant spam. He's going to have to make sure that he tries to save a little bit of it for Santa's Death Blossom.
Buffalo only have 2 ults to work with right now. They have the Attack Visor and they have the Mortar and Coalescence. Opposed to the 3 that Team Gold has with the Santa has the Blossom, Nano Boost, and the Coalescence of their own, but they can do Kamehameha. But it looks like the Kamehameha from tsarfish is going to come out first.
Indeed, and here comes an Nano Boost to Reinhardt going for a little bit of a run and a swing, and he's going to be finding Javelin there, but not much else, so just a little bit too quick to get in now. Minecraftkid's chasing him down. Santa's here with the Death Blossom. Should it be required? Will he decide to use it? But he's on top of the cart, and he's thinking about it. He's going for it. He's going, and he's going to pick up 3. Santa delivering the presents, and do they know it's Christmas time at home?
Drygrass gets him, which is pretty big. I mean, he did kill 3 people, which is also really good, and man, he kind of swarmed around the D.Va there, around Minecraftkid, who didn't have the Matrix up in yet and couldn't block any of that damage.
This is such a devastating area for a team to be wiped. It just takes so long to get back from the respawns. It's about equidistant for the attack and the defense.
This Death Blossom here was really good, but unfortunately gets capped by the Mercy in the end to kind of put a stymie on it.
Drygrasses want a revenge. You couldn't res all of those deaths. So like, well, if I can't res you, I will avenge you.
This isn't 2016. We can't do that anymore, unfortunately.
No more huge reses, unfortunately. But Santa will just be poking up here behind the shield of Costdubloon, laying in a huge amount of Hellfire shotgun damage, and now Alchemist is keen to move forward and be laying down that shield so the rest of Buffalo here can move in. But no, here comes the self-destruct. Will it be catching anyone out? Not today. That's a great disengagement there. The Alchemist was caught out on their own and absolutely eviscerated by the Hellfire shotguns of Santa. Atomic Spoon is going to be getting the revenge kill there. And Costdubloon is ready to lay down the hammer. There it goes. Four people laid down on the ground, and that's a huge amount of cleave coming through from an nano-boosted Reinhardt. What more could you ask for?
And that was actually really good on the side of Team Gold. They managed to stop this push, and this next one from Team Buffalo is going to be the last one they get, if they get there at all. Minecraftkid is getting really low from Anul.
Alchemist needs to be careful here. He can't get picked on there. If Alchemist get picked here, it will be absolutely devastating. He is going to use his fortifying. There is going to be the coalescence to try and save him, but Anulbrigadier may well get caught up by the coalescence here. Both of the members, or both the DPS members of Gold Team, have gone a little bit past their remit here and are being punished for it. Anulbrigadier is going to have a long walk back from respawn, but Costdubloon is going to be trying to build himself up towards another Earth Shadow. Javelin from the top row is going to have all of the Gold Team defense in his sights. I'm not sure it's going to be eating up a huge amount of it though.
It might not be enough here. The only thing they have left is Valkyrie, but the self-destruct comes in. They need to get behind the shield. Oh, and it gets LeonGenesis actually. I think that was on the part of Minecraftkid.
3 people laid down on the floor, and now Minecraftkid's going to get charged into the wall, and Anulbrigadier is going to be charging in with the blade, but it's going to be Atomic Spoon coming in with the scatter arrow, which manages to win that one out. But Costdubloon is still here, he's still swinging, and he's going to have a little bit of healing courtesy of Mago as well. He's going to be able to lay down so much damage on this car, but Alchemist is going to win out, and now Santa's coming in with a Hellfire shotgun. As he gets out, none of those ultimates getting any use there, but Santa is going to be able to save his for another day. Atomic Spoon's going to pick up ImNotSirius on the rebound, and they've earned themselves a minute and 30 seconds to try and take this last point with 3 ultimates to their name.
Buffalo Beat Boops fighting their absolute heart out on that last point, knowing it's their lives at stake for this series, and just somehow managed to will their way to getting this payload, and they've accumulated a good amount of ults too, as well.
Indeed, Costdubloon is going to be looking to build himself up to another Earth Shadow. He's building these so quickly, he's already 99%. If he can get a good one here, it may well scupper the hopes of Buffalo Beat Boops on their first attack. He's going to be swinging at Alchemist here, but he is going to be answered, however. There's already, oh, that is a big Earth Shadow coming up, potentially. It managed to, no, it was just out of range of tsarfish, so the coalescence is still going on, and now Costdubloon is stuck out on his own. In comes the self-destruct, but will it be picking anyone up? Javelin's going to be the first one to pick up a kill, but Santa's in the back with the Death Blossom, and that's 2 squishy targets down from the side of Buffalo Beat Boops.
Yeah, Santa there getting 2 huge kills in that moment and getting more. He's not done yet, and he might actually just single-handedly help save this point for his team. Alchemist drops the supercharger, but I'm not sure if that was worth it at that point. You still might have 1 charge left. So here we're gonna see Team Beat Boop make 1 final push. We're not sure if they're gonna be able to get it or not, but here they go. It's their last point. It's their lives. The Dragon Blade comes in, the Nano Blade, and Anul is just gonna get all the value he can off of this. He gets Alchemist, he gets Javelin, drygrasses is gonna go down as well. The Kamehameha, not enough from tsarfish, and it looks like this might be the end for Team Buffalo Beat Boops.
Play of the game. Double, triple kill.
And it looks like here we're gonna see Team Gold take it over Team Beat Boops in a 2-1 victory.
Couple of technical issues on my end there. I apologize. My throat's not behaving, so I'm trying to mute for all the coughs, but occasionally it doesn't come back.
That's all right, dude. I tried to pick it up at the end there, but it looks like we do finally have a winner.
Yeah, congratulations to Gold Team, and well fought by Buffalo Beat Boops. And both teams managed to fight their hearts out. Unfortunately, that is all that we have for you tonight at the broadcast.gg Scrim Nights. Thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. Any closing comments, Ark and Kenobi?
I think that was just a really good series, a really brawl-heavy back-and-forth series. You really like to see that, and I really enjoyed seeing a lot of these players play.
Yeah, I really enjoyed how close that series was. These teams were very evenly matched, so I think this was a great matchup for them. That last game especially had a lot of really intense fights, a lot of stuff to follow, so there's a lot of excitement in that one. I'm really glad we got to see that last one there on King's Row.
Excellent stuff from both teams indeed. Fantastic play all around. Do you want to take us out, Ark?
Yes, I do believe that is going to conclude our broadcast. This has been a part of broadcast.gg Scrim Nights. Broadcast.gg is a community for amateur casters and producers and esports teams and members and all kinds of people who are looking to gain valuable experience and practice and just have a good time. So if that is something that interests you, please feel free to check out our Discord and all of our other good stuff, of course, our Twitch channel and that as well. I have been your host and producer, ArkofCovenant, and I have been joined by LegdayGaming and Kenobi. Thank you guys for joining me, and thank you to our audience for joining us as well. Have a great night, and thanks for watching.
Plug